AITA for telling my fiancé that I'll wear makeup for the wedding if he does? Am I the asshole? International War 1403. NTA. Also, be careful of doing a spa treatment or anything different to your face routine. The last thing you want is to break out right before your wedding. OK Razmataz 8974. 10,070. NTA I got married in the early stages of COVID with the 10 people rule. Our photographer was included in the 10. But I didn't have a hairstylist or a makeup person. I just did my regular hair and makeup. I love that I look like my normal self in those pictures. Stick to your beliefs. You are awesome. LDD 92. 3291. 1. NTA. He said it would still be me, just the best version of me. Interesting argument. I asked him if he was going to wear makeup to look like the best version of himself. Well trumped by that one. Kudos to you. Sil sent me a text telling me I was delusional if I didn't think I needed makeup and to suck it up for one day. Between that, Mill and your fiancé though, the colors they re-showing aren't T-grade imho. Apart AD 6518. 1208. I learned something today, so I really like words. I often joke I collect them. This post got me thinking, what is the female version of emasculate? There really isn't one. Closest out there is objectified. But that's not really the same BC, that's stripping away someone's humanity. To emasculate is to strip away one's masculinity, insinuating they are now womanly, and that's apparently a bad thing. It's fascinating and telling to me that there isn't a direct counterpart of emasculate, not to mention any man that is photographed, filmed for a living is wearing makeup. XA0 I don't understand where your request supposedly strips away his masculinity. I don't understand how your fresh face will somehow look horrendous while Hub's fresh face is totally acceptable. XA0 NTA, and I think it's a fair compromise. You aren't asking he wears smoky eyes and Taylor Swift red lips. Cultural_section_862. 1738. Wow, his comment was super out of line. But it sounds like it's coming from his mother and not him. He knew the kind of woman he was proposing to. And I am assuming you two have done something fancy, nice together where you didn't wear makeup. He's letting the stress of the day and family pressure get to him. Which, while understandable, isn't forgivable if he's going to transfer that to you. Op. NTA. Tell him he needs to drop this. And if the pressure from his mother continues, tell her she's out of the wedding if she can't do anything helpful and only cause further strife between you two on what should be a joyous day. Remind her this isn't her wedding. It's yours, and if she feels the need to continue to insert herself, she will be removed. Why they care what your face looks like is beyond me. Maybe they can just wear extra makeup to compensate. Discount_Mithril. 1840. AITA for telling my husband's ex that I must have been the favorite girlfriend since he married me? Quote. Am I the asshole? No Razmataz 9947. NTA. She's going through something all right, accepting the fact that you broke her delusion that although he was marrying you, she was still his favorite. Tell it STR8T. 1168. Me thinks that the lady might be carrying a torch for your husband. Public map 8515, 10394. Or NTA. It's weird that she said it at all. And even weirder that she made such a huge deal about it when corrected. Like, what did she expect? For him to say that yes, she is in fact his favorite of all the people he ever dated? To what end? Maleficent Leak 2943. 954. NTA. Sounds like you tried to lightly play off her odd remark, and instead of laughing and moving on, she turned it into a whole thing. It was a really awkward thing for her to say, and your response should have given her a chance to Realized she had put her foot in her mouth. I'd just try to move on and not worry about it anymore. Takala, 376. NTA. You did nothing that wasn't true. I just want to point out that Doug is the real MVP here. He could have take her side, or gone neutral, or simply ask you to apologize to Patty for the sake of the friendship or whatever. I'm just in awe that he defended you and stuck to his guns when Patty continued to argue. He showed her he loves and prefers you. Good for him. I've read so many stories in which the man takes the ex's side, it's sickening. Sleek Black Cat, 2854. Or AITAH for not giving my sister who eloped as generous as a gift as my sister who had a traditional wedding? Am I the asshole? According line 9649. This must be the most divisive AITA I've seen in a long time. Info. Has your other sister bought a house and did you gift her anything for it? Fake German Child, 97. NTA. You got a wedding gift for the older sis partly to cover the cost of 4 plates at their wedding. XA0 for my wedding last year. Which wasn't flashy. Dinner was more than $100 a plate. Your $500 gift wouldn't have covered the cost of your dinner. I think, at the end of the day, you likely helped fund their wedding and nothing more. XA0 the other sis didn't even have a wedding. So her gift is all gift. XA0 she's a major off for comparing the two situations. Honestly, I wouldn't have even given a gift to someone who didn't have a party. That you did and she's now saying it wasn't enough makes her the awe of the story. XA0 inches. Not creative at all. 16. 6752. Info. Is your sister more frugal because she has a lower paying job? Could she afford a wedding like Kate? Samium 221B. 175. 70. Info. How is your relationship between each sister otherwise? Is it close, distant? Are you closer to one than the other? This seems from an outside POV as a case of the wedding gifts reflect the status of your sibling bond. Is it based off objectively measurable fact? No. However, it's worth considering. BC it can give you a way to open a convo W your sister. Fiber Feather. 16. NTA, my wife and I eloped. Months later my mom asked if we were going to do an open house. We never did. Nor did we expect family to give us anything. It's just what happens when you elope versus having a traditional wedding. JC Cracker. 840. AITA for telling my husband I'd leave his brother if I were my sister-in-law? Quote. Am I the asshole? Drink Oak 538. NTAO of course she isn't going to welcome him with open arms. He hasn't supported his family. Why can't his mistress take care of him? Artistic_tough 5005. 627. 7. NTA cheating is cheating. Your brother-in-law needs to realize there are consequences of his actions. And your husband's family are all the a-holes with the brother as the biggest one, of course. And all you did was express what you would do if it happened to you. Which, considering we are talking about brother-in-law being absent for months and expecting to be able to come home and act like nothing happened, sounds like your husband and his brother have been spoiled and sheltered by their mom their whole life. IM_a_twat 53. 4352. 2. Ask him the right questions. If I leave the country, live with my lover for years and after fell ill, would you accept me back? Like nothing happened? So, do you think cheating it is okay? NTAP.S. Keep an eye on your husband. He thinks it is okay cheating. The_boss 16. 510. NTAO Crimea River. Jesus. The guy's a dirtbag who left his wife and kid to fend for themselves. He can kick rocks. And so can your husband. Gislina. 1122. NTA he didn't support her or his child for years and expects to be welcomed with open arms. Tell him to go reach out to the mistress for help. Your SIL needs to file for that divorce. Fit_profession_1780. 129.